Hi everybody, it's Toby Travener. I've been around technology now in a work environment for at least 35 years, dare I say it, and certainly using technology for a lot longer. And in this video, I thought we might do a little bit of reminiscing. Now, I'm not sure when you'll watch this video, but I'm shooting the video today on the date that the original IBM PC was first released in the United States 40 years ago. So on the 12th of August in 1981, the first IBM PC was first announced and released, and you can see it, a picture of it right here. I just want to take this moment to show what many of us started our lives on and to show the difference between what it is at the moment. Now, one of the first things that you'll see here is that it's mono. So it was a single color only. There was a CGA or color graphics adaptive version of it available, which gave you a total of four colors, right? Not 4 million, but 4 colors. And those colors were either white, black, cyan, and magenta, or this weird combination of orange, yellow, green, and a brown color were the two options there. The other thing you'll see here is that on the outside is that you've got 2 floppy disks. This was obviously the upgraded version where there were 2, and that's where the concept of the term C drive comes from, because as you'll see here, there's an A and a B. Now these were huge. These floppies were huge, not in physical size. They were 5 1/4 inches, and they were actually floppy. But as far as storage was concerned, 160K storage if they were single-sided floppies, or a whopping 320 kilobytes as storage if they were double-sided. Inside, when you kind of delve into it, obviously no hard disk. That's what the 2 floppies were for. And there was a massive processor, an 8088 original Intel chip designed for the PC. Now, to give you an idea, this was around 4.7 megahertz in its cycle time, or cycle speed. So hertz is the number of cycles per second, so that's like the ability for it to crank out calculations and such. So 4.7 million sounds like a lot. But if you think about the type of processor that's probably in your computer at the moment, in mine, as an example, is an Intel Core i9 processor. I know some of these nowadays you can crank up to, in turbo mode or in boost mode to around 5 gigahertz. So that's 1,000 times difference over the last 40 years. But you know what, as far as I was concerned, the first time I used this, I realized that life was changing. We weren't using calculators anymore. We had amazing offerings like WordPerfect, a very early word processor, and Lotus 123, a very early spreadsheet. Changed our lives. And if you think back now to how much one of these cost compared to what you have to pay for at the moment, or what little you need to pay for at the moment, I think our lives are technologically so much better. Maybe we can reminisce some other times, and maybe you can like and comment. I'd love to hear your comments as to whether you used one of these, or whether the first computer that you used was something else. Maybe it was a PC XT or an AT. Ooh, they had hard drives in them. Anyway, it was a moment to take stock of all the amazing changes that have happened over the last 40 years.